The ladies of The View are shrieking. They are specifically placing blame at the feet of Latinos whom they claim are misogynistic.
And finally, we talk a lot about these different demographics and these assumptions of where they're going to go. Latinos in Texas, a district that's 97% Latino, went 75 percentage points for Donald Trump. Why?
Misogyny.
It's on the border. The border crisis is on their doorstep. And they were begging people to care about it for years. We need to take some lessons.
That's what that was.
The lessons are not
Knock, knock. Who's there? Oh my gosh, it's Whoopi.
Okay, so was it Whoopi who said misogyny, or was it one of the other ladies on the panel? I don't know. The first one, though, the fake Republican on the panel, Alyssa whatever, she says the Latinos ended up cutting for Trump in this area, and why? It's because of the border. The border would be one reason. I think there are other reasons, too. But, of course, the knee-jerk reaction from the other ladies on The View, misogyny! It has to be misogyny. And this ties in with the other liberal excuse, which is black people voted disproportionately this year for Trump because black people are misogynistic. Latinos voted overwhelmingly for Trump, or disproportionately, I should say, for Trump, because Latinos are racist and don't like black people. But now The View is adding on to that and saying, no, but the Hispanics also, like the black people, hate women. How quickly they turn. When black voters and Hispanic voters play nice with the Democrats and they don't make too much noise and they don't voice their own opinions and they don't ever step out of line, then they're the most wonderful people in the world. They can do no wrong. They're the dreamers. They're the future of America. They're the diversity that makes our country so great. But the minute any of them, even a little bit, black men, 20% vote for Trump. Hispanics, not even the majority vote for Trump, just 45, 46%. The minute they do that, you hate women, you're racist, you are white supremacists. How quickly? And I think that is going to be a wake-up call. This election was in many ways a wake-up call to black voters, to Hispanic voters, to others who said, wow, hold on. We've been voting in lockstep with the Democrats for years now, decades, and I don't know. They seem to have gone a little bit crazy. They're taking our votes for granted. They're not delivering. Maybe we're going to vote for Trump. I think the reaction from the Democrats to turn on them on a dime, I think that's going to compound the problem for Democrats. Black people and Hispanic people and even women, perhaps, are going to see where they really stand, which is that the left does not view them as particularly good, particularly wonderful, particularly deserving of privilege. They just view them as a political instrument to be exploited. And when the instrument doesn't work anymore, it's going to be tossed to the side. Right now, go to pdsdebt.com/Knowles. Last year, half of American consumers took on debt to pay for the holidays. This year could be you. With the state of our economy right now, it's never too early to start planning to get out of debt. That is why I want to tell you about my friends at PDS Debt, who can help with a personalized solution just for you. If you're making payments every month on your debt and your balances are not going down, PDS has solutions for you. They have customized options for anyone struggling with credit cards, personal loans, collections, or medical bills. PDS Debt strives to understand your specific scenario and can help provide alternative solutions to becoming debt-free. Everyone with $10,000 or more in eligible debt qualifies. There is no minimum credit score required. Yes, bad and fair credit is accepted. You can save more while paying off your debt in a fraction of the time. I've seen how debt can affect families, especially during challenging economic times like this. That is why I trust PDS Debt to help my listeners find their path to financial freedom. Start planning today. Get a free debt analysis right now at pdsdebt.com/Knowles. pdsdebt.com/Knowles. It only takes 30 seconds. pdsdebt.com/Knowles. pdsdebt.com/Knowles. Now, speaking of women, there's a growing social media trend among feminist left-wing women who are reacting to the Trump presidency with what is called the 4B campaign to swear off men.
Not that my content reaches a lot of men because I have an IQ of 130, but I want the men in this country to know that half the female population, we're dry. We're probably going to stay dry. I'm dry as a desert, baby, and I don't want it to change. Yeah, we're not going to like you anymore. You understand that? Like, it doesn't matter if you take away abortion. Like, we'll want to have your babies even less, right? Even if you take away contraception, like, women are really good at celibacy because you guys are actually a threat to us. So we have a lot less to gain from you. So yeah, 4B all the way. Let's make some money, I guess. That's all we can do now.
It's always the eyes. The eyes always tell the story. Got those they're popping out of her head. And when she's saying 4B, 4B refers to a Korean trend that took off in 2017 around the beginning of the Me Too movement, which was also contrived and astroturfed and led by some of the greatest hypocrites in the world, in Hollywood and in the professional left. 4B refers to the refusal to date men. I'm going to botch all of these Korean words, so please forgive me. Biyonye, then it's the refusal to sleep with men. Bisekyu, then it's the refusal to get married, like specifically what they call heterosexual marriage, which in years past was just called marriage, but the refusal to get married, bihon, and childbirth, refusal to have kids, bikulsan. So this lady opens up her video. This is probably the most viral of them, to say, I have an IQ of 130, men, so listen to me. So because she has an IQ of 130, about a fact about which she is boasting for some reason, she must know that this whole 4B campaign is just a reenactment of the ancient Greek play Lysistrata. Lysistrata is a play from the 5th century BC. It's by Aristophanes, a comedy, one of the most famous ancient Greek comedies. And the plot of the play is that the men are always going to war, and so the women on both sides decide they're going to withhold sex until the men make peace. That's it. So that's the obvious parallel that most of these women are totally unaware of. But it occurred to me, in a way, the 4B campaign is the opposite of Lysistrata. Because the point of withholding sex from the men in Lysistrata is to have peace. But the point of withholding sex from men in the 4B campaign is to kill more babies. That's it. It's specifically about abortion. You heard her mention it there. It's not just about the Trump win. It's not just about Republicans. It's specifically about abortion. So it's kind of the opposite. There's something noble about the women withholding sex in Lysistrata. Here, they say, no, men, we will only sleep with you if you allow us to kill your kids and our kids. So I look at the 4B campaign and I say, well, if the options are women have tons of promiscuous sex outside of marriage and then murder their babies, or these women in particular just take a step back for a moment and are chaste, is the 4B campaign kind of based? Does the B stand for based in the 4B campaign? I think perhaps it does. That's not bad. Now, some people are saying, oh, it's good, these liberal women, they are not going to date. They're not going to procreate. They're not going to get married. No, we don't want the liberal women to abstain from things like marriage and procreation and all of that. And the reason is, sometimes you'll hear cynical people on the right, they'll say, no, it'll be good because then there won't be any new leftists being made. No, that's not how it works. Marriage is a conservatizing institution. Having children is a conservatizing experience. It brings you into greater connection with reality. It helps to expand your love and your charity. It makes you a fuller person. And being more in touch with reality, it makes you more conservative. So we want the women to do that. But we don't want people to just be used and abused and have casual sex for no reason whatsoever that really doesn't make anyone happy. We want people to respect themselves. And we want to encourage marriage. And we want to encourage childbirth and raising children. We want to do it in the right way. So if 4B is the first step to that, you go, ladies. More power. You go, girl. More power to you. That was a great clip. Now hold up, ring the bell, subscribe to the Michael Knowles YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.